Well, let's change gears a little bit here. Look at the Premier League, the middle of the Premier League table. It's where we find Arsenal. They're in ninth after a 2-0 victory Thursday over Southampton. A victory very much aided by Southampton's goalie, Alex McCarthy. Robbo, it's the first time we've had you on the show since the restart. Did you see some signs of hope in Arsenal's performance on Thursday?
A little bit. The enthusiasm from the youngsters. I mean, they were gifted that first goal, but still Nketiah chased it down. And that's been the key thing for Arsenal when they have played quite well. And the plus points are the youngsters are giving everything. They're, and that's what you get from young players. They're enthusiastic. They do what the coach wants. That's why they're in the team at the moment. The problem for Arsenal is that some of the experienced players, Mikel Arteta can't trust. He's not playing Ozil. He's obviously on his way, well, not on his way out, but he's certainly not in favour. Lacazette's not in favour at the moment, and Nketiah was the centre forward. Aubameyang played well against Southampton, but didn't play very well against Man City, and has had his problems. He looks as though he's not that enthusiastic in one or two of the games. So Arsenal have got problems. There's no doubt about that. Mikel Arteta is going to have to sort things out when he can make changes. He's going to have to get some players out. He's going to have to get new players in. But I think he's got the basis of a decent side, not a very good side, with those youngsters that he's playing with at the moment.
Frank, Arsenal right now are ninth. Are they any better than that? Are they actually underperforming? What do you think the talent level is really on this squad?
Well, a team can always improve, and I'm pretty sure that the players, especially the youngsters, can bring something better to Arsenal. And of course, Arsenal is not in the right position in terms of the history of the club and the standing of the club. But right now, what you see on the field, especially before Southampton game, is not from a club who could hope for something better than 8th or 9th. Against Southampton, what I loved the most was the player's mind, who seemed to have changed and wanted to follow the Arteta's tactic. Especially first half, where they play 3 at the back, 4 in midfield, and 3 at front, and it became even 5 at front when they were attacking. Second half, they dropped Bellerin and Saka very much helping the defense. I really like the performance, the collective performance of the team. So it means that maybe Arteta found the players who want to follow his tactic, to follow him and fight for him, which is a good news, I think.
Stewart, some real head-scratching moves, including all the talk of David Luiz and the extension. What do you make of it?
I can't believe that they have extended his contract. David Luiz, if you want somebody to play out from the back, he's an excellent player. If you want someone to be a good defender and concentrate week in, week out and not make mistakes, he's not the player you want. And at the moment, Arsenal need solidity at the back. Mustafi is not a particularly good defender. He's another player that's decent on the ball, but Frank would I think agree with me. David Luiz and Mustafi doesn't make a good centre-half partnership, and to give David Luiz another extension on his contract, that can't be good news for Arsenal and the way they're trying to build their back line.
Frank, I've heard some suggestions on this show that you could move his position, just move him further up the field. At this point in his career, can you really do that to David Luiz and expect something?
I don't know what you can expect right now from David Luiz. I mean, it's always been a problem playing a center half during his career. I think when he went to Paris Saint-Germain, they put him midfield, and I think it was his right position because he makes lots of mistakes defensively, so he could have been covered if he's a midfield player. Nowadays, with him getting older, so not being as performant that he was as a midfield, it's hard to go a little bit forward. But I don't know as well why they extending his contract, because he's not an example on the field, and I'm not sure he's a real support in the dressing room. I never heard that David Luiz was a leader in the dressing room for Arsenal since he arrived. So I don't know what he can bring to the Gunners, except costing lots of money for, I'm sorry, almost nothing. So that's very something that annoys me, because I know Arsenal are not in a very good shape, even financially now. They have to get rid of some players and they extend the players they don't really need. That's crazy.
Robbo, do you buy the leadership narrative being spun about David Luiz?
Well, from what I hear, that David Luiz is a joker and he gets on well with everyone in the dressing room, but he's not actually a leader that's going to make the team win games. I don't think there's been too many leaders at Arsenal for quite some while, and that's been one of the problems. And then other players take it the wrong way when we look at someone like Guendouzi, who wants to go and kick people and argue with the referee and make out as if he's working really hard, but actually he's lacking discipline. And that's what a lot of the Arsenal players do. They lack discipline, both in the tactical development of the game and also the way they behave out on the field. So that's another area that Mikel Arteta has got to change.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.